Wait, the Toy Story franchise is way darker than you thought. From a toy who secretly manipulated Woody's entire life to the shocking truth about who really saved everyone, today we're breaking down 10 hidden theories that completely change how you see these movies. But first, if you love Woody, drop a Woody emoji. And if you think Buzz Lightyear deserves more credit, make sure you hit that subscribe button.
I'm Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger, Universe Protection Unit.
Number 1. Barbie's entire plan was calculated from day one. Have you noticed Barbie's neck? We've all been fooled all along. No one realized Barbie is the most scheming toy of them all. At the daycare, Barbie seemed to fall for Ken at first sight, like love was all she thought about. But she actually had far deeper plans. Look at the wounded elephant doll. The kids don't take care of their toys. Only staying close to the ruler keeps you safe. The toddlers treat toys brutally. Rex's tail gets snapped off. Jessie's hair is caked in paint. Barbie alone managed to get into the older kids' room where toys are treated gently. Once she was sure Ken was head over heels for her, Barbie volunteered to be locked up, winning the trust of Andy's toys. By then, she'd gained acceptance from both sides. When Woody rushed to rescue everyone, Barbie saw her opening. She used Ken to get Buzz's instruction manual, then completely overthrew Lotso's reign. And at the end, Barbie didn't forget to turn Ken to her side. She knew Woody would go back to Andy's house while she was stuck at the daycare forever. To rule this place, she needed someone like Ken, a compliant puppet with enough influence. So was Ken ever in love with Barbie, or was he always just her tool? Number 2. Toy Story 5 made history with its lowest rating. Here's something nobody's talking about. Toy Story 5 just opened, and critics are calling it sublime. Empire says it's funny and charming on the level of the first 3 films. Variety calls it maybe the perfect ending. Screen Crush says it's far better than it has any right to be. The Hollywood Reporter calls it captivating sweetness that's hard to resist. So 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, right? Sounds amazing. But here's the thing, 93% is actually the worst score in the entire Toy Story franchise. The lowest rated film ever. Think about that. Every other Toy Story movie scored higher. Even Toy Story 4 beat this. Critics are praising it, audiences are showing up, box office predictions are $140 million opening weekend, and it's still the worst reviewed film in the series. So what does that tell us? That this movie is different? That Pixar finally made a Toy Story that didn't land with everyone? Is this the beginning of the end? Number 3. Jessie secretly manipulated Woody his entire life. Wait, nobody realizes Jessie might actually be the most deeply hidden, most sinister villain across the whole franchise. And Woody's choice to leave Bonnie was all part of her master plan. In Toy Story 2, the second Jessie meets Woody, she uses her trauma of being abandoned by Emily to drill into him the idea that every toy will eventually get left behind. She pushes hard to convince him to give up on returning to Andy. That was the first targeted blow to Woody's core belief. Then, in Toy Story 3, when the group ends up at Sunnyside, Woody is desperate to escape and get back to Andy's house. Jessie shows zero longing for Andy whatsoever. She adjusts instantly and agrees the place isn't half bad. She was proving to Woody through her actions that a toy's value doesn't have to rely on one specific owner. So Woody's choice to leave Bonnie, it wasn't just about Bo Peep, it was the product of Jessie's slow, under-the-radar influence. Her behavior stems from deep trauma. She couldn't accept that Woody got the full, lasting love of an owner she never experienced. So she gradually chipped away at his sense of belonging until he chose to leave his owner of his own accord, turning him into a toy with no permanent home. Just like her, a quiet, twisted form of empathetic vengeance. Was Jessie showing Woody the truth, or was she infecting him with her pain? Number 4. Woody's body changed because of his past. Why does Woody look chubbier in the last movie? If you remember, in Toy Story 4, his voice box is removed and he's stitched back together. But after becoming a lost toy, he went through plenty of wear and tear over the years. He had to be repaired multiple times. As more stuffing was added during those repairs, he may have ended up with a larger belly than he had in his earlier appearances. So Woody's body is literally a record of his suffering. Every repair added more padding. Every damage left a scar. By the end, he's not just physically different. He's visually marked by everything he's been through. His appearance tells the story of how much he's been broken and put back together. What else about him changed that we didn't notice? Number 5. Woody and Buzz. Which one is actually better? If you could pick any single toy from Andy's collection to take with you, one that's alive just like them, which would you choose? Most fans would go for either Woody or Buzz. But which one is actually the better toy overall? Woody is the group's heart and leader. In Toy Story 2, he turns down a permanent spot in a museum to return to a growing Andy. In Toy Story 3, he rallies every toy to fight for survival amid the deadly trash incinerator crisis. He always prioritizes his friends and owner's happiness. But Woody has flaws. He's jealous of Buzz in the first film. His rash choices nearly lead to disaster. As for Buzz, he's bold and decisive. He evolves from a delusional traditional, self-proclaimed space ranger into a genuine hero. He leads a rescue squad into the toy shop to save Woody. Even after a full memory reset in Toy Story 3, he regains his senses to shield his friends when it matters most. And here's the wildest part. Per official Disney records, Buzz remains the best-selling toy ever sold at Disney Store, outperforming Woody by a wide margin. Back in 1995, 50,000 Buzz figures sold out instantly, so audiences voted with their wallets. They chose Buzz, but Woody is the story. Which matters more, being the hero or being the favorite? Number 6. Buzz might not be a toy at all. Has anyone spotted this yellow button? You've been duped for 31 whole years. Nobody realizes Buzz is likely no ordinary toy, but a real space ranger. The most obvious proof? Every toy knows its identity as a plaything right after being manufactured. Buzz is the sole exception. He's the only one who remains oblivious to being a toy and firmly believes he is an authentic space ranger. But wait, there's more. In Toy Story 1, when Woody and Buzz are chasing the moving truck, a remote-controlled car runs out of battery. Just as Buzz is ready to give up, Woody lights a firework fuse with a match. The rocket's thrust propels their vehicle to catch up. To spare the other toys, Buzz steers the rocket to detonate midair. Watch closely. They plummet sharply first. Then Buzz lifts Woody and takes flight effortlessly. No regular toy is capable of that feat. What if Buzz was never confused about being a toy? What if he was always telling the truth? What if he really is a space ranger?
I'm Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger, Universe Protection Unit.
And Pixar spent 4 movies gaslighting us into believing he was delusional. Did you know Buzz might never have been a toy from the start? Number 7. Sid was the one who actually saved everyone. No one realizes that it was Sid who saved the toys. This explains exactly why the little green men ended up in the claw control room. When Woody and his friends were about to be burned, the little green men operated the giant claw and rescued them. But doesn't the whole scene seem implausible? Throughout the movie, these 3 toys are extremely clumsy. They even need Buzz and Jessie's help just to climb stairs. Yet, they somehow showed up right in the claw control room at the critical moment and saved everyone perfectly. It simply doesn't make sense unless Sid put them there. Think about it. In Toy Story 1, Sid caught one of the little green men at Pizza Planet and tossed it to his dog. Later, when Woody teamed up with Sid's toys to scare him, that same alien frightened him. That day, Sid finally learned to treat toys with kindness. Then, in Toy Story 3, Sid has grown up and works as a garbage man. When he spots the little green men at the landfill, he thinks back to the identical toy he once owned and how cruelly he treated it. Filled with guilt, he decides to help them. He gets his own alien toy from a claw machine and leaves the 3 little aliens with his coworker in the claw control room. When the little green men see Woody and the others heading for the incinerator, they operate the claw and pull off the rescue. So Sid, the villain from the first movie, becomes the secret savior. Was this redemption? Or was Sid always meant to protect them? Number 8. Woody chose Jessie over Buzz for a reason. Ever wondered why Woody gave the badge to Jessie but not Buzz? Woody has been the favorite toy in almost every movie. When it came time to leave his spot and find a new leader, he chose Jessie over Buzz. But why? Many fans point out that Buzz has always been Woody's right hand. Sometimes when Woody wasn't there, Buzz was an even better leader. Some fans are upset at how much character development Buzz would have gotten if he'd received the badge. Many think it's because Woody is a cowboy and Jessie is a cowgirl. A simple bias, but the truth is even simpler. It's all because Jessie became Bonnie's favorite toy. Woody noticed similarities between Andy and Bonnie, and now he sees himself in Jessie. He wanted her to have it just like he did all those years ago. So the badge wasn't about who was the better leader. It was about legacy. Woody was passing on his identity to someone who would experience what he experienced. Was this the most selfless thing Woody ever did? Or was he just trying to create another version of himself? Number 9. Toy Story 5 is actually existential horror. Top 3 reasons why Toy Story 5 will be the darkest movie in the franchise. Number 3 is technology versus toys. Lilypad is a tablet, smart, fast, perfect for Bonnie. In one scene, Lilypad replaces all of Jessie's hard work from the entire summer in a single sec. This isn't just cartoon conflict, it's a fear that people experience every day when technology arrives and says, "You're not needed anymore." For the first time, Toy Story shows the fear that adults live with every day. Number 2 is 50 Buzz Lightyears, all of them on an island, all of them searching for Star Command. This scene wasn't funny, it was existential horror. In Toy Story 1, Buzz searching for Star Command represented his innocence. Now there are 50 Buzzies all making the same mistake, all trapped in the same delusion. For the first time, Pixar shows what happens when someone spends their entire life chasing something that doesn't even exist, and there's no one there to tell them the truth. So what's number 1? That's pinned in the comments. But think about what we've already covered. Technology replacing purpose, endless copies of the same delusion, toys becoming obsolete. Is Pixar finally telling us the truth about these movies? That toys don't have happy endings? Number 10, Forky's crisis changed. What the entire franchise means. Does Forky Forky truly belong in trash? On the surface, Forky is the joke character, a spork with googly eyes who spends the entire fourth movie trying to throw himself away. But every time he repeats the same thing: I am not a toy. I do not belong here. I should not exist. That is the most honest existential crisis any character in the franchise has ever had. Every other toy quietly fears being forgotten or thrown away. Forky admits it. Woody spends 4 movies running from that exact problem. By Toy Story 4, he has no kid, no purpose, and no identity outside of being someone's toy. But teaching Forky what it means to be a toy helped Woody figure out what it means to him. For the first time in 4 movies, Woody has to define himself on his own terms. Forky's crisis is purely internal. He didn't lose his purpose. He never believed he had one. A cowboy who built his whole identity around being needed, learning from a spork who never wanted to be needed at all. This helps deal with the crisis not only for the toys, but even for those who watch this movie. So what does it mean to be a toy if being needed isn't the point? What does it mean to exist if purpose is optional? Did Forky accidentally answer the question that's haunted the entire franchise? And that's it. Which dark theory hit you the hardest? A conspiracy you never considered? Or a detail that now has you questioning everything? Let me know in the comments. If you want part 2 diving even deeper into Toy Story's hidden meanings and darker implications, hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed, because we're uncovering